One of the absolute most important things as a real estate investor, and when you're getting into real estate investing, is understanding the concept of due diligence. You have to do due diligence to verify whatever it is you're investing in or buying. So in terms of turnkey rental properties, what's really nice about them is most of the work is done for you. However, that does not mean you shouldn't do your own due diligence and verify that everything is actually coming to you as advertised. It's not that people are intending to screw you over, but we're all humans. People make mistakes. So you want to make sure that you're getting exactly what you're expecting that you're getting. Now, in terms of due diligence, because you have to do it, when it comes to turnkey rental properties, there are two types of due diligence, and I want to clarify when those two things happen. So the first one is doing the due diligence on two things: the market you want to invest in. Do you want to buy in Chicago, St. Louis, Baltimore? Like, where are you buying? And what turnkey provider do you want to work with? Because you should vet the company that you're going to work with before you work with them. Those two things, confirming the market you want to work in and the turnkey provider you want to work with, should happen before you put a property under contract. I've seen people, they pick out a property from a provider, they put it under contract, and they're like, "Ooh, wait, should I make sure that provider's like legit? Am I getting scammed? Wait, is this market a good one to be investing in?" Don't do that after you put a property under contract. Do those two things beforehand, because when you put a property under contract, the due diligence period is not very long, and that due diligence needs to be focused on the particular property, not who you're buying it from or the market, because you can do all of that ahead of time. So then that's the segue into the second part of due diligence, which is verifying everything about the property that you're wanting to buy. Don't do that before you go under contract for the property. This is the part that's not quite as intuitive, and a lot of people want to do all those verifications prior to putting a property under contract. And it would make sense, right? Like, why put it under contract if it's not going to check out? The problem is when it comes to the turnkey providers, they are so busy. Can you imagine if 500 people were asking them for resources to verify something about a particular property? That's exhausting. They don't have the resources to accommodate that. And the whole point of a due diligence period and the way that it's structured is so that if anything about the property doesn't check out, you are allowed out of the sales contract without penalty. It's structured just like that for that reason. So you can't use up all the resources of everyone around you trying to do all this due diligence. Plus, turnkey properties can sell so fast that by the time you've verified everything that you feel good about verifying, the property's probably already been sold to someone else. So, in summary, before you ever put a turnkey property under contract, confirm the market and the provider that you want to work with. Done. Once that's done, find a property you want to work with, put it under contract, and at that point, and only at that point, start doing all the verifications, confirming all the numbers, looking at the tenant leases, talking to the property managers, getting the property inspection. That's huge. Everything about the property. Don't start commingling those two types of due diligence across the whole timeline, because it's going to be confusing for you. It's going to frustrate everyone around you, and it's just not going to be your most efficient path to getting your turnkey rental property. And again, you can get out of the contract if anything doesn't check out during due diligence. So don't worry about that. You will not be forced to buy something if it doesn't check out. So hopefully that confirms. If you want details on doing due diligence and like what things should you really be doing and how should you do them, we do have a document called Turnkey Due Diligence. So check the link in the description and it's all yours. Hopefully it helps.